Welcome to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odums, where we bring you all the exciting action of the Southern University football program. It's brought to you by Coca-Cola, Louisiana Lottery, Healthy Blue, the Communities of Color Network Tobacco-Free Living, and Jerry Lane Chevrolet. Hello and welcome to Week 9 of the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odums. We welcome you to come up to Martha's Bistro, 19900 Old Scenic Highway in Zachary each week, about 12:30, and join us as we shoot the show. You can also check Martha's Bistro out on Instagram and Twitter at Martha's Bistro and see what they got going on here. They got great food. Last week I had the shrimp fried rice and it was off the chain. You can also catch us on TV. You saw the graphic with all the times. You can catch us on the Jaguar Football Show Facebook page and YouTube channel. So catch us at your leisure. And also, if you would, share the Jaguar Football Show social media platforms so the other Jaguars out there in Jaguar Nation can catch up with the show. Coach, one of the more interesting experiences in 21 years of doing this TV show, after a pretty nice day of tailgating, we had an hour and a half weather delay, 2 lightning strikes, and for the record, people, when there's a lightning strike, that means that there's going to be a 30-minute delay to the start of the game time. So we had 2. That means that the game got pushed back. I think we also had a third, but they didn't count that one. We lost 3 stanchions of lights in the stadium. We lost the scoreboard. We lost the lights in the press box. They made the band leave the stadium. A lot of the fans left Mississippi Memorial. And Coach, you know, I didn't think we were going to get it in. They decided to let us play. And once we started playing, you know, 7:30-ish, it really became a great game, and the fans were really into it. Coach, were you concerned that the team had gotten distracted and tight with all the weather delays? Because you come out, you warm up, and you got to stop. They got wet from getting rained on, then you got to come back out, warm up, then start the game. Were you concerned about tightness and distraction?
Well, the biggest thing is that trying to keep a team focused for that long period of time. You know, it's difficult to do. Our team was located in the locker room. We moved them to the bus to try to get them to an isolated area, but at the end of the day, the visiting team, the home team was going through the same dilemma. So once we kicked it off and settled down, I really thought we began to play a certain way, and the deal is, can we play that way for 60 minutes? And that's going to be the challenge going forward.
Coach, got to say this before we jump into the highlights. Your defense played lights out. When you hold a team to 66 yards rushing, you're going to win some football games.
You definitely have a chance, and, you know, that's one of the positives that we talked about to our team. But at the end of the day, we know that we're chasing something called greatness, and in order to do that, you got to play a certain way for a long period of time. I thought during that football game, we played dominated defense, and then at times we looked like the team that surrendered over 400 yards rushing earlier this year. But I think as we get more consistent in what we're doing, going down the stretch, I think we'll continue to see that defense improve and get better.
Well, Coach, let's show the folks exactly what happened at Jackson State on this Saturday in the fall in the first half. Right here, Coach, Simeon Houston, he's back and he's playing well for you, Coach.
Well, exactly. He's one of those guys that got injured early in the years, and we're great that he's grateful that he's back.
J-State actually came down and drove the ball down and scored on us, scored a touchdown on us. And, you know, from the press box, I was a little concerned that the layoff and the fact that, you know, all the distractions were a problem for us, but then we settled in. And as you can see here, we were talking about it earlier, your defense was playing lights out, and they were swarming to the ball, Coach.
Well, exactly, you know, and that's our MO. We got to get guys to the ball. We got to send the ball back inside and allow those guys that are pursuing it to be able to catch up to it.
That young man right there had a great game for you. Herb Edwards, about 163 yards on the ground, and he's really, really finding his own groove, Coach.
Well, the offensive line is opening up some holes, and he's doing a great job of running behind his pads.
Coach, that looked like a touchdown from the press box. They called it not a touchdown. Ultimately, Austin Howard took it in himself. Did he hurt himself on that play, Coach?
Well, it looked gimpy, but, you know, he came back in the game and drove us right back down the field. So He's going to be like that, up and down, but he's okay. He'll be ready to roll this week.
Very good. There you see the Jaguars playing stout defense. We get the ball back. Dylan Beard doing what he's done all year. This is a strange play, Coach. One of the few botches we've had on special teams this year.
Listen, Long just snapped it over his head. Long snapper's done a great job for us, and but it matters to him, so he'll get better and he'll continue to have great snaps for us going down the stretch.
There you see the defense again playing really stout. Even with the Tigers on our side of the field, they ended up getting a field goal right here. Score is 10-7, J-State at this juncture of the game. Coach, were you concerned when it was 10-7?
No, I really thought
it's a long game.
Exactly, and the momentum was starting to shift once you give up the short field and then you're able to hold a team to 3, the momentum swings back to you.
Howard hits Houston for 7. You saw Edwards run for 5. Howard comes back to Mackey for 7, and then he hits Mackey for 27 for a first down. That young man is also giving us some good play, Coach. Mackey coming into his own as a player.
One of them freshmen that's making a lot of plays for us, and it's just exciting to see those guys perform well.
Mr. Do-It-All, Danny Johnson, takes his first rushing touchdown. This is a cornerback who has caught a touchdown. He's returned a punt and a kickoff for a touchdown. Now he's rushing the ball for a touchdown. You got to love a guy like that on your squad.
It's playmakers. Got to give them a chance to make plays.
14-10 at this juncture, Coach. Great defense right there by Danny Johnson. We come back, get the ball. Dylan Beard. Coach, Dylan Beard should be all SWAC if he continues to play at the level he's playing.
Well, he was preseason, and he's definitely one of the better tight ends in the conference.
There you see Herb Edwards doing his thing with his feet, spinning, juking, and really just making yards. Coach, that young man is having a great season, and there you go. He gets the touchdown after all that hard work.
Well, I think it's great to reward those guys when they play as hard as Herb is playing. It's great to see him have the kind of game that he had.
We're back on defense, and this young man, Coach, really has been playing lights out for you. Montavious Gaines with the interception.
Well, he's putting a lot of time in, a lot of extra time. He comes into the office, call Coach off on a regular basis. And he wants to be great, and I'm glad to see the success he's having on the field.
Here you see Howard stepping in, hitting Herb on a nice play. Coach, that's another surprise that has been pleasant to see is Herb is developing as a nice receiver out of the backfield as well as a great running back.
Well, I think our offense gives you an opportunity for the ball to be spreaded around, and it's just great to see Herb Edwards have success. I think the running backs in the offense have to be able to catch the ball out of the backfield. He's a senior playing well for us, and hopefully he can continue to take his game to the next level going down the stretch.
21-10 at the half. When we come back, we're going to look at the second half highlights from the Southern University Jackson State football game on the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odums. Stay with us.
The biggest scratch-off game of the season is here. It's Saints Game On from the Louisiana Lottery. Your chance to win up to $100,000. Scratch the back for an extra game. Enter the second chance drawings for VIP suite experiences, a deluxe limo experience, a tunnel team experience, official autographed team merchandise, and the grand prize, a 2018 season ticket package. Play Saints Game On from the Louisiana Lottery for your chance to make this your winning season.
No one can stop me when I taste the feeling. Nothing could ever bring me down. Nothing could ever bring me down. Taste the feeling.
Each morning in Baton Rouge, we rise to meet opportunity. We carry the weight of responsibility proudly. We choose our paths. We move fast and we fly high. We light the way for others to follow. We make it happen. But what really matters is what happens when we land at home. Baton Rouge Metropolitan Airport. Fly easy.
Welcome back to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odums. Coach, 21-10 at the half. What did you tell your team to keep that pressure on J-State?
Well, the biggest thing was eat. We had to get something to eat since we ate pregame meal at 2 o'clock.
Wow.
So halftime, you're probably looking at right around 9. So get a little snack in you. Let's refocus. Now that we know it's a football game, let's go out offense. We get the ball. Let's take the first drive and put it in the end zone. And for the first time coming out of halftime, I think we executed very well, and it was great to see those guys come out and punch it in and get 7 right off the bat.
Coach, J-State changed offensive coordinators on Monday of the game week. Literally, they had 4 days to prepare for this game. Did that cause you and defensive coordinator Trey Oliver some challenges into scheming, what to scheme for? Was it going to be very different from what you've seen on film, and how did that play out in the game?
Well, you think the first 2 drives were different. It was some things that we haven't seen. We had to adjust to it, and I really thought Coach Oliver did a great job of adjusting to the new things that they were doing. They implemented a new quarterback that we haven't seen much of. I don't think he's played quarterback since 2015. They moved him from wide receiver.
Oh, wow.
So they ran a little bit more option than they have shown on film. But I really thought our defense, once they settled down, and once we figured out what they were trying to do and what this game attack was going to be, I think we really came up with a nice game plan, in-game adjustments, and it worked out pretty well for us on defense.
Despite being 0-7, Coach, on the season, I thought Jackson State was actually competitive, and I thought they did pretty well against us, saying that they were 0-7. I didn't know what to expect.
Yeah. Well, the biggest thing is that they've been playing teams really close, and I think the only time that they really had separation was coming out of this Tuskegee game. But up until the Tuskegee game, they had played a lot of teams down to 1 possession. I think late into the 4th quarter, they were right there with Grambling 22-21. So they're a very good-looking football team, very talented football team. But sometimes that ball just don't bounce your way. And we're grateful to come out of there with a win. I thought our guys went in there with the right mindset. And if we do that going down the stretch and keep getting better and playing more consistent, we're going to have a chance to be very special.
Well, let's jump into those second half highlights from the Jackson State game at Mississippi Memorial Stadium. Coach, we come out of the half. Edwards gashes him for 12 and starts off right where he left off.
Well, that's great, man. I watched the line make a good cut block right there, and then Hurst to get cleats in the ground. There's Austin coming right back to him in the passing game. What a great way for your seniors to step up and make plays.
Austin then hits Jamar Washington for 29 yards. Coach, Austin Howard on this night threw to 8 different receivers.
It's a lot of receivers that play. I think we played 10 receivers in the game, so you're going to have a chance to catch the football.
You saw him hit Beard for 4th, and then Edwards takes it in from the 1. At this juncture, the score is 28-10. Southern University Jaguars on the move. Coach, I thought this was a sack. Why isn't it not considered a sack?
Well, I think did he throw the football there, or if he held it in his hands, it should have been a sack.
Yeah, I thought it should have been a sack. They called it a 6-yard loss on a rush. Howard hits Houston for 9. They get the ball back. Jordan Williams runs for 3. That was a good hit by Danny Johnson. And then Miguel James rips us for 29 yards and a touchdown. The score at this juncture is 28-17. On the kickoff, Jamar Washington, he gets a good return.
Good reverse right there.
He reverses it to Chaney, and he goes for 29 yards. Great call right there, Coach.
Well, we got a few wrinkles in our sleeve that we haven't ran this year, and my thing is that we go keep practicing. Let's call it.
Edwards runs for 19, comes back and he runs for 20. And then Howard hits Jamar Washington for the 5-yard touchdown. Barajas has been pretty good. At this juncture, it's 35-17, and the Jaguars are rolling. Montavious Gaines, Coach, how many times can we mention this guy? He really is playing great for you.
Well, he's stepping up, and he's a talented safety that's really doing a great job for us.
Right there you saw Preston and Champion getting a sack, and then a team fumble. They get the ball back. Unfortunately, we get the ball and Barajas misses a field goal short. Coach, what has been your take on our field goal productivity this year?
Well, we haven't really tried that many. I think he's maybe 2 for 5 on the year. We've had several blocks. It's like they've been long field goals. So, The thing is, he's got to do a great job of keeping his head down on long field goals and getting the ball elevated. We're kicking them low, so guys have been able to tip them. But I think overall he's done a great job. He's been perfect on PATs. He's made 2 field goals. We don't mind sending him out there. He works extremely well and does a great job in practice. We just got to find that confidence in the game.
Well, stay with us. When we come back, we're going to have the Coca-Cola player interviews and the Alpha Media Players of the Week on the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odums.
I have 2 kids, and like any mom, I want them to be healthy. So I chose Healthy Blue for our Healthy Louisiana plan. We get all our Medicaid benefits and pharmacy and prescription drug coverage. But you know what I really like? I get rewards for taking my kids to their doctor visits.
Choose Healthy Blue. Call 1-855-229-6848 today. That's 1-855-229-6848.
Diseases from smoking kill more African Americans each year than car crashes, AIDS, and murders combined. In the U.S., about 1 in 5 African American adults smoke cigarettes. It's estimated that each cigarette you smoke shortens your life by 7 minutes. That's 7 minutes less to spend time with people you love doing what you love. Each time you smoke a cigarette. Is it worth it? Smoking affects us all.
Hi, I'm Coach Dawson Odums, and if you're looking for a great new or used car, Jerry Lane Chevrolet invites you to come and check them out. Whatever your taste in vehicle is, they got a great lineup to fit your style, and most importantly, your budget. Personally, they're taking care of me with this great truck. I'm a big guy, and this a big truck. It's roomy and comfortable, and it has to get up and go when I need to get up and go. So remember, whatever your taste in vehicles, come visit us at Jerry Lane Chevrolet. Go Jags!
Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odums. Of course, we come to you each week from Martha's Bistro, located at 19900 Old Scenic Highway in Zachary, Louisiana. Check them out at Martha's Bistro on Instagram and also Twitter to see all the good stuff that they have. Coach, this week we had a lot of guys who really played well for you. So when you go into the film room and have to grade and have to decide who the players of the week are, I know it's a tough one this week. Who are the Alpha Media Players of the Week this week?
Well, on offense is our running back, Herb Edwards, who did a great job for us, and just having an outstanding career in his senior year and stepping up for us. On defense, Montavious Gaines, a guy we heard his name called a lot, played extremely well for us. In special teams, first-time winner, Barajas, our field goal kicker, Cesar Barajas, done a great job for us. He's been perfect on PATs. We actually had 2 touchbacks on kickoffs. We did have the block field goal, but the freshman is doing an extremely great job for us, and we're excited for these young men. These are Alpha Media Players of the Week.
Coach, after the game, because we had so many guys who played great, we caught up with 4 players: Contavious Preston, Danny Johnson, Austin Howard, and Herb Edwards, and Joe Dupree filed this report.
And tonight, victorious here at Jackson State. Man, you ran over 150 yards, a TD. You're running very well. How do you like this run-style offense that the Jaguars are doing?
Oh, man, I love it. It's getting a chance to say that. With artillery, we still got the same, respect on the ground. So it feels good to be able to come back behind Lenard Artillery with the same number and put up the same numbers he's put up.
That is a good fact right there. And speaking of which, we're getting ready to get into the teeth of the SWAC, where every game counts. Tell me, what can we expect from the Jaguars?
To win.
Well, Todd, tonight, man, the Dog Day defense definitely showed up. And one of the people who showed up big time was Contavious Preston. And Contavious, you had 6 tackles, 1 big sack. The D is playing lights out right now. Still got a few issues with the run. What can we do as we move forward with that?
I feel like as far as the run game, it's still the missing tackles, and we just got to get better week in and week out. It's not necessarily the fits anymore. I mean, we're there on the fits, but we just got to tackle a whole lot better. And Coach Odums, he pointed that out during the game. When we came in at halftime, he said, we're getting there, but we're not putting our whole body on there. We're reaching, and that's what's causing the running backs to bounce off. So at the end of the day, we just got to tackle a whole lot better than what we're doing.
And Contavious, as I look at the defense, I can truly say, man, you find a way to get to the quarterback every game. How does that feel?
It feels pretty good. I've been playing both Mike and Will linebacker recently, so just whatever they need me to do, I'm going to do it 100%, and I'm going to try to get to the quarterback.
Todd, we're here with Danny Johnson, and Danny, in this victorious night, man, you had your first rushing touchdown. How did that feel?
It felt great, just getting the ball in my hands, especially on offense, just doing something different. But like I said, whatever it takes for us to win, I'll do it. So, and that play was called, and it was just for me to get around the edge and get in the end zone. That's what I did.
Well, we're still waiting on the memo that eventually hasn't got to everybody in the SWAC. Don't throw it your way. Don't punt it your way. Don't kick it your way. Definitely now, don't even toss it your way, because if it happens, it's going to go down. So what can we expect as we move on in the SWAC, as we get to every game counts now? What can we expect from the Jaguars?
You can expect us just to get better week in and week out. All the guys feel like they're playing very well. So I feel like the guys are going to continue to grow and just get better in it every week.
Well, Todd, I'm here with our leader, Austin Howard. And Austin, man, great night tonight. Over 200 yards passing, a rushing TD, another passing TD. Man, how does it feel not using your scrambling skills and having to be a pocket passer?
Oh, man, whatever makes my team successful. I know I'm not 100 right now running the ball, but, as long as I can use my arm, I'll be all right. Well,
Also, Austin, here's another big question. When you're not in there and your backup's in there, how does that feel watching him work?
Oh, man, I love it, man. He just adds another asset to our offense. Teams don't know how to game plan for him. He could throw and run. So, when just looking at him, going through the reads, playing how I play, it's just a lovely thing to see.
You heard it right here on the Jaguar Football Show.
Thanks, Joe. Thanks, guys. Coach, wrap up the J-State talk. How do we come out injury-wise?
Very good. We got a couple guys going to see the doctor today, but I don't see it being any injuries that's going to keep guys out for a long period of time. But we do have a couple guys got to get evaluated by the doctor.
When we come back, we're going to look ahead to our game in Little Rock, Arkansas against University of Arkansas Pine Bluff. Stay with us on the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odums.
Can you feel it? Can you feel it?
No one can stop me when I taste the feeling. Nothing could ever bring me down. Nothing could ever bring me down. Taste the feeling.
Each morning in Baton Rouge, we rise to meet opportunity. We carry the weight of responsibility proudly. We choose our paths. We move fast and we fly high. We light the way for others to follow. We make it happen. But what really matters is what happens when we land at home. Baton Rouge Metropolitan Airport. Fly easy.
Welcome back to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odums. Coach, this weekend we travel to play the University of Arkansas Pine Bluff, not on the campus in Pine Bluff, but actually at War Memorial Stadium, a venerable old stadium in Little Rock. It's about 45 minutes north of Pine Bluff. I think Pine Bluff plays a couple of games up there each year to, placate their fan base in Little Rock. Coach, have you been to War Memorial? Have you played at War Memorial since you've been here?
I want to say I think we might have played there in 11. I'm not for sure, but I know we usually practice and walk through there when we go into town because we normally stay in Little Rock and then drive into Pine Bluff.
UAPB is 2-5 on the season, Coach, 1-3 in the SWAC, coming off an open week after losing to Central State on October 14th. What's happening in Pine Bluff, Coach? What do they like to do on offense and defense?
Defensively, they like to keep the ball in front of you. I really think they try to put a lot of pressure on you with their front four. When they do dial up a blitz, they pin their ears back and they come at you. But they've been very sound in what they do. They try to just keep the ball in front of them, prevent big plays from happening. offensively, they spread you from sideline to sideline, have quarterbacks that can really run the football. And, you know, we have to really pay attention to detail and have great fits because that added runner does create some problems for you on the defense.
Interesting to hear you say you like to spread it out because historically, UAPB has been a running back producing machine. Literally, they have great running backs at UAPB.
Yeah, they have some big physical guys back there that they try to get downhill with, but, you know, the offensive coordinator is Ted White. He's done a great job for them, and, you know, he's a quarterback. So, you know, a lot of quarterbacks like to spread you out and run that spread RPO offense and get the ball down the field in the passing game.
Oh, Ted White from Glen Oaks High and Howard University. I forgot Ted was up there. Well, we're going to wrap up this segment. When we come back, we're going to close up this week's edition of the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odums.
I have 2 kids, and like any mom, I want them to be healthy. So I chose Healthy Blue for our Healthy Louisiana plan. We get all our Medicaid benefits and pharmacy and prescription drug coverage. But you know what I really like? I get rewards for taking my kids to their doctor visits.
Choose Healthy Blue. Call 1-855-229-6848 today. That's 1-855-229-6848.
Diseases from smoking kill more African Americans each year than car crashes, AIDS, and murders combined. In the U.S., about 1 in 5 African American adults smoke cigarettes. It's estimated that each cigarette you smoke shortens your life by 7 minutes. That's 7 minutes less to spend time with people you love doing what you love each time you smoke a cigarette. Is it worth it? Smoking affects us all.
Hi, I'm Coach Dawson Odums, and if you're looking for a great new or used car, Jerry Lane Chevrolet invites you to come and check them out. Whatever your taste in vehicle is, they got a great lineup to fit your style, and most importantly, your budget. Personally, they're taking care of me with this great truck. I'm a big guy, and this a big truck. It's roomy and comfortable, and it has to get up and go when I need to get up and go. So remember, whatever your taste in vehicles, come visit us at Jerry Lane Chevrolet. Go Jags!
Coach, this weekend starts the first of 4 games. I call it a gauntlet for us to get to the SWAC championship. And it starts in Arkansas in Little Rock. UAPB, Texas Southern, Prairie View, then Grambling. We got to win them all, right?
Well, that's our division. We're now in our division, so every game counts. So in order for you to get where we ultimately want to go, you got to win your division.
Well, Jaguar Nation, we need you to come up to Little Rock and support the Jaguars and War Memorial. All right? Coach,
go Jags!